Hi there, readers and writers. My name is Miss Hodson, and I am your 7th grade virtual teacher. Thanks for being with me today, and we are going to finish out this cycle around an article with lesson 29. And we're going to give that article one last reading and really think deeply about how sleep affects the brain. Our two guiding questions this week are, how is the adolescent brain changing? And how can I make an informed decision about an issue like screen time? And then effectively argue my position. So the things that you will need at the end of this cycle is your lesson 29 writing activity, the lesson 29 itself, and the article you've been reading this week. You'll also need a pencil. So make sure that you have all of these materials. You can pause the video if you need to, and we're going to get started. We have two learning targets today. The first one is, I can write an argument to support claims with clear reasons and relevant evidence. Don't forget to go back during your writing this today to the things that you did in lesson 25 and 26 and 27, because you've been writing down evidence pieces in those note catchers. And this is your opportunity to use that evidence to do the argument writing. The second learning target is, I can produce clear and coherent writing that is appropriate to task, purpose, and audience. So what that means is, I can write something that makes sense, and you will need to cite evidence from the article, but that you would want to make it appropriate. So you want to be staying on the topic and keeping your readers in mind when we get to that topic. So these learning targets are going to be very instrumental in the path moving forward. So you're going to take about 10 minutes to reread the article one last time. I want you to please pause the video here and be thinking as you read about what you've read this week and the effects of sleep on the brain. Do you notice a difference in your learning when you do not get enough sleep? And how does a good night of sleep support your health? So I've asked you to kind of keep track this week about how much sleep you've been getting and how it affects you. If you don't get enough sleep, how your mood is affected, or maybe you can make some observations about some people in the house and what their moods are when they don't get enough sleep. It's not smart to point those things out to people, but nonetheless, people can be a little grouchy or stressed when their body is fatigued or their brain is fatigued. Sleep is important. That's what we've been reading about. So go ahead and pause the video, reread the article, take about 10 minutes. I'll meet you back here. All right, go ahead and have a quick conversation with someone and just readdress these ideas about what is NREM versus REM sleep and how it affects the brain. And how does sleep clear the slate of the brain to begin fresh again tomorrow? You begin fresh every day. And why is getting enough sleep important for your health? So those are the things that I'd like you to go to have a quick conversation about, and then we'll come back and do our writing activity today. I'll see you in just a couple of minutes. All right, welcome back. You're going to want to find your lesson 29 writing activity, and we're going to have you write a statement that demonstrates your belief about the importance of sleep on the health of the brain. Now keep in mind, the statement is going to be something like, sleep is important for the health of the brain. Okay, and then you want to cite at least 2 pieces of evidence. That could be in lesson 25, 26, or 27 note catcher, or as you read that article again just now, maybe something else has occurred to you. But you're going to write a statement It demonstrates your belief about the importance of sleep on your health. And on those lines, you write that statement and then you cite two pieces of evidence. So you would say, and on page 2, the research clearly states, and you want to cite that. Why is sleep important for the health of the brain? So you're going to write a statement and cite 2 or more pieces of evidence. If you don't have time on these lines, like space, if you don't have space on these lines, you could write around the edges or on a back of the paper or maybe on another piece of paper if you run out of space. So why don't you pause the video for about 15 minutes, get a really strong statement while citing that evidence, coming up with 2 or 3 ideas, and then come on back here and we'll finish out. I'll see you in about 15 minutes. All right. So I've learned a lot. And, even on the first page, like we said earlier in the week, in that second paragraph, they really outlined 4 very striking reasons to get good sleep. It's not useless, they said. They said there's theories on that sleep state, and it re-energizes body's cells. It clears waste from the brain, and it supports learning and memory, and it can even regulate mood. Now, I'm not saying me, but I might live with some people who are seriously affected in their mood if they do not get enough sleep. It's not good, okay? So we have to self-regulate. We need to be aware of how our sleep is affecting us. And I think it's a really great opportunity to think about how when you're sleeping, your brain is kind of decompressing and getting rid of garbage and helping memories become more clear, making room for more learning. I like this idea that you wake up refreshed every day, ready to learn more, ready to take on the world. I like it. You're 7th graders, you're up to it. Share these ideas with someone around you that might have been supporting you or at least encouraging you to do your work this week, and talk about the relationship between sleep and memory and health and joy, and maybe really dig into a book now and over the next many weeks that you're enjoying. And I really encourage that. Your fluency practice is just to kind of show off for yourself and those around you that when you reread something important many times in a week and you do close reading and you dig into it, you become more fluent with it and it makes more sense. You comprehend more. So read the passage aloud at one last time, maybe to somebody around you, or just notice how your reading, your fluency is getting better with each reading. Not that we're going to read everything in our lives many times, but I want you to understand the correlation between these things. I'm really happy to have shared this article with you this week and truly look forward to seeing you again for a new recording, a new article, and a new experience next week. See you soon. Make it a great day.